All right, so a quick review of yesterday's fight, Usyk and Briedis. Briedis. So when I was watching the fight, I was checking it out on my phone. I got one of those pretty good live stream, and I was able to check out the fight. And whenever I would miss something, I was at work too at the same time. So whenever I would miss something, I would pause it or have to rewind back and you know, rewatch that round or rewatch a piece of action that I thought that might have been something that I missed. So I was able to score the fight pretty good. Now I rewatched the fight again, and pretty much I'm okay with my scorecard. I remember when I scored the fight live, I had it either 9 rounds to 3 or 8 rounds to 4 for Usyk, and that depend on, I believe it was the ninth round. Okay, the ninth round. The ninth round was really close, and I think I had given it to Briedis originally, which would have made my scorecards 8 rounds to 4. But then, while watching it, I thought that Usyk could have won that round as well. And the reason why Usyk, to me, won this fight pretty wide, watching it the second time around, pretty much I had it 9 rounds to 3. Right? There may have been some other rounds that I gave to Briedis. Like I believe it was the first round. He could have lost. Right? Or when watching it the second time, I felt like Usyk won that round. The reason why Usyk, to me, won this fight big on the scorecards, and there's no way I can see where someone would think Briedis won the fight, right, winning 7 rounds, was because he never won a round convincingly. You got to show me what round he dominated. I'm not saying that Usyk completely shut him down in the rounds he won, but he won more convincingly. There's a lot of rounds that I can remember him winning more convincingly, where there was no doubt I thought he won the fight. You know, like the most important key factors of a fight, you know, controlling the pace, ring general, right? The cleaner punches. The most important thing is cleaner punches. Or if it's one of those rounds where both fighters are letting off what seems to be the same amount of clean and effective punching, then who's controlling, if there's somebody controlling the pace of the fight? Is someone the ring general, right? Controlling the action in the ring. I thought all that belonged to Usyk. Right? And if you score it by that, if you score it by that criteria of ring general, clean and effective punching, it's really hard to give Briedis some rounds. So to me, he didn't win any rounds convincingly. I thought that the rounds that I gave to him were rounds that he could have lost as well. I thought he edged it out, the rounds that he won. Briedis is a good fighter. Obviously, he was undefeated going into that fight, and had one of the belts at cruiserweight, the WBC. So obviously this was a guy that is capable of giving Usyk a good fight, and it was expected. But because he gave him a good fight, as expected, and because Usyk didn't knock him out, or knock him down, somehow, I'm supposed to give Briedis those rounds. It's not how you score fights. That's not how I score them. You can't be, it's true what Precise said, you can't be competitive in every round and lose every round. And honestly, if somebody actually thought that Briedis could have lost every single round, I really couldn't argue with it. I can't. Anytime Briedis did anything good, Usyk had an answer for it, right? And usually when he answered back, he got the best of that action versus Briedis. I heard Nordic Warrior's post-fight video last night, and I think he referred to Usyk as a boxing machine, a punching machine, the same thing. And I was thinking, yeah, that's exactly right. Plus excellent defense, excellent ring IQ. He was always pressing the action, So it's hard to give Briedis a dominant round, a round where there's no doubt he won, when Usyk was doing this throughout the whole fight. Incredible stamina, a really good chin, a product of really good defense. Always aware, or at least it seems that way to me, always aware of the situation in the fight. If he wasn't outright winning rounds, just convincingly winning rounds against Briedis, he was edging it out by outworking him. Landing more of the better shots, pressing the action. He's a well-schooled, all-around fighter. And there was no doubt that Usyk won this fight. And there's no way, I respect Briedis, and I respect what he does in the ring, but there's no way he won this fight. There's no way he took 7 out of the 12 rounds. I thought the judges' scorecards were a little friendly, and I'll leave it at that, a little friendly to Briedis. I understand it because he was very competitive in just about every round. But being competitive does not win you the fight, does not win you the round. Anyway, that is my video. Peace.